Uh, Hello? Is this thing on? Are we live? Is it working? Uh, okay. So, we've got a big plan here for a big temple complex, and what we're going to do is a little bit more sort of pre-build stuff rather than just jumping straight into temple. I kind of want to raise this up a little bit because we're on a flat world and it's a bit boring. So, we're only going to go maybe 5 blocks max, but I want this to be like a small mound, and that's why they built the temple on it, and then everything else is sort of built around it. So, first thing we need to do then is take this and raise it up a little bit. Probably won't need to do all of it really, but we'll get it up in the air, and then we can go from there, can't we? So, let's see. Let's see if I can get the commands right. Here we go. Cut. Oof. Ooh, that was a lot. Paste. There we go. Right, so we've got plenty of space now underneath our temple to work on this little mound, and it's going to be quite big. Now, I'm going to build out of stone first, I think, and then we can always go in and change the materials around, but maybe we want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks maximum. I say I don't want it to be huge, I just want it to be something so it's not completely flat. You know, maybe 4 blocks is probably going to be enough, because with the temple on top of it, it's going to look absolutely humongous. So, bring it out a little bit to there, maybe there. Is that okay? Yeah. We're just going to build a big plinth, basically, for our temple to sit on. Now, I only want this to go to about here. I want the courtyard to be a little bit lower, so I want that for. Oh, I don't even need to do that. Set 1. This might break my computer. There we go. So, that's kind of looking okay. So we'll lower the plan again now, I think. And then we can just start building out from there. Yeah, it looks like I've actually got a couple of views going on as well. Hi, people in the chat. Has that worked? Cool. So, now we need to make this look a little bit more natural, and that's where the fun bit's going to be, and it's going to take ages sorting everything out, probably. But, it's going to look good. I believe in the process. And all I'm doing right now is just spamming blocks, and then I'll go in and re-detail it up a little bit more later. Oh dear, it's been a while since I've done stuff like this. So, how's everybody doing? All 3 people who are watching right now. How's that look? It's not too bad. Once I've done this sort of length, that's when I'll go in and do the texturing up. Once we see how nice it looks, that's where we could decide whether this is actually something we want to continue with. I'll go spam along a couple of blocks. Like that. There we go. So now we've got a rough sort of base to go off, and we don't have to think too much about, well, should there be a block here, should there be a block there. That's I don't like this. There's something not right about this. What is it? No, that's too thingy. There we go. If there is anyone watching now, what is the quality of the stream like? How's the audio in the stream? Is it all okay? Because this is the first proper one I've tried to do, and I need to know if there's any issues. You know what? I do kind of fancy bringing this out a little bit for some reason, just making it a little bit different so it's not the same all the way around. Because if you think about it, nature doesn't work in straight lines, so why should we? There we go, it's a little bit more interested in that. Now we just need to smooth out this side a little bit more. Should I put a block there like that? It kind of works a little bit. I wonder if we should put a little inlet bit in. Right, so far everything's jutting out, so maybe if we go in a little bit. Like that. Is that interesting enough? Yeah, it's fine. And then we can make this a little bit like that. Maybe out a bit. And then bring this out as well. Oh. Okay. So how does that look? A little bit more work on this side because that side's looking okay now. We've got a few more interesting features going on, I think. So we're going to bring this out a little bit, smoothing it out, flatten it lower down to the floor. Same here, just a small one. And then we can build it up like this. Here, that's a bit odd, isn't it? We've created some sort of doorway, but just still, we could just walk right in. Let's see. And why not? Let's build a couple blocks up like that. See, I don't like this now. We've got 3 blocks and 3 blocks and 3 blocks. It just looks a bit naff. So maybe if we do that, yeah, it's created a slight curve to it. Just this little section here, I'm not too sure where to go with it, but I don't like it. I know I don't like it, but I don't know where to go with it. Could that be enough? Like that. You know what? I guess that'll do for now. So now we've got our sort of base in line. Need to try and come up with a nice texture in vanilla that isn't boring. We can't use too much sandstone because a lot of the temple is going to be sandstone. So I'm thinking granite is going to be the way to go. Now let's get a tool so we can make this a little bit faster. Granite. Mask 1. Let's have a look. You know what? Just granite on its own isn't too bad. That's not too bad. What could be mixed with it though? It needs something just to spice it up a little bit. Maybe a bit of dirt. What's this? Rooted dirt? That's new. Never heard of that one before. Exposed copper? What does this look like? As you can tell, I am not used to the new blocks. Okay, so that's like an iron block. That's got a thing, so we don't really want to be using that. Could maybe throw some dirt in there, but I don't want to use too much. What other blocks have we got? We got anything else that's a little bit fancy? And that are colour wheel? Maybe? No? Doesn't look like it, does it? Got orange terracotta. How's that gonna look? I think this might look a little bit too smooth. I'll try it, but we'll see. Granite. Orange terracotta. Mask. Granite. And orange terracotta. I don't think I like it. I just don't like the smoothness of the texture. Could maybe put red sand in there. That's a kind of the same texture. Same colour even. Maybe red sandstone. Let's try red sand. See how that looks. We'll get rid of those. Okay, so throw red sandstone in here just to see what it looks like. Interesting. And then the red sand. Okay, so rather than using World Edit, I'm going to go for a possibly slightly more annoying approach. It's definitely going to take longer. We're going to throw the red sandstone in the top two layers and just mix it in here and there. Maybe do the odd block coming down. And the reason I'm doing it this way is it's going to create a more sort of sedimentary look, I guess. I mean, this might look awful, and we might get rid of it anyway, but we'll see how it does look. Throwing in like that. Couple of blocks here and there. Maybe keep this go up. I'm basically just trying to go along in like a line, almost. Let's make this look a little bit more interesting. How does that look from a distance? Not too bad, not great. What about if we throw in some of that dirt that we had before? And what's the difference between dirt and rooted dirt? Okay, the rooted dirt seems a little paler, so it might be better to throw in there. So, oops. Rooted dirt, granite, mask, rooted dirt, and granite. Yeah, so from a distance you can't really tell it's two different textures, but you can see the colour change, and that looks good to me. I'm not 100% sold on the red sandstone yet, but what I'm going to do to try and help with that is mix in some of this red sand around the base and coming up a little bit here. Just so it looks like there's a sediment of the rock is affecting the surroundings a little bit. Don't really want to go too much higher. How's this looking? It's looking quite... It's not too bad. It's looking a bit more interesting, to say the least. I have a lot of the red sand in here. Oh, I'm not used to talking this long anymore. There's a lot of radio silence going on. This is why I prefer the what's it called? Time lapses to live streaming. So when I do the time lapses, I do like 4 or 5 minutes of talking, then like half an hour of building, and I can just chill and relax. Live streaming, this is hard. This might be my first and last live stream. I'm liking this though. The red sand mixing in like this, it's definitely making the red sandstone look less strange and out of place. Just gonna bring that out a little bit. I just like these flatter areas being like where the rock has settled a little bit more. There's no sort of rhyme or reason to what I'm doing here. I'm just literally trying to keep them in small clusters of 2 to 3, and then going off in a diagonal and just adding shape where I can. But yeah, this... See, like here, because this is quite flat, and I did this deliberately, having this sort of an idea in mind, I'm going to go a lot of sand here. Maybe there, one there. Like that. How does that look? That looks quite interesting. It's quite a bit different for a desert build, I guess. Yeah, I kind of like this. I like where this is going. I think there is something needs changing. I'm not too sure what it is, and I'm wondering if we throw in some of this dirt in the ground, will that help smooth the transition with the sand a little bit? Because at the moment, it's quite a harsh transition between the red and the yellow of the sand. And you know what? I think it has a little bit, not massively, but a little bit. We don't want to go too far out like we have with the red sand. It can go a bit further out because it'll mix nicer. Maybe we just need to do that a little bit more here. But the dirt, we want to stick close to this sort of cliff edge that we've built. Like that. Here, a couple of bits like that. Yep, there we go. Okay. Starting to get into a rhythm with this now, which is good because we've got a lot more to do. There, and there. And I probably should have got a drink before I started this stream, because now I've been talking for a while. I need a drink. But yeah. Yep, I like that now. Still looks a little bit noisy, but I don't know. I guess for the most part, I do kind of like it. And I think take the dirt out of this top layer and just stick with just granite. Just on the top layer. I think that'll look a bit nicer because it's looking quite noisy at the moment. So, see how this looks. I could be completely wrong. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Just having that colour gone from that top layer. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Now, that's sort of like the very back, and it's right on the edge of this this temple. And I think it'll probably make a bit more sense if this was not right up against the edge, which means we're going to have to copy and paste this and move it all backwards a little bit. Actually, yeah, but I forgot about that little bit of a cave that we did. So, probably going to have to do it to about... Well, no, we'll do it to here and we'll worry about the mess that we cause in a minute. So that's that. We'll do... Cut. Move it along. Probably about to here, actually. I do want a bit of paste. I want this bit of space here so we can have some bushes and oh wow, I've just came up with an idea. So this I'm actually going to turn into a little tunnel that'll lead up to here, because this is going to be sort of like a, not so much a hidden back entrance, but just like an exit that the high priest would use, and then we can have some sort of tunnel system down here. That's going to be, I like this already. There you go, happy little accident. Breathing new ideas into the build. But yeah, so I want to have sort of bushes and stuff going on up here, so I'm going to just go from there all the way over to there. And we'll just turn that all into stone for now. So now we've done this, we could probably actually go up maybe another block. Like I said, I don't want to go too high with it. And we're going to start smoothing it out like it's smooth at the bottom. Start smoothing out the top. For now, I'm just going to go along in one line so we can sort it all out when we need to. And I might do some red sand up at the top. I think that's probably going to look best. So we want to go here. We'll cut in a little bit, because that's where this has gone down. Yeah, that's a nice shape. And then here it's actually maybe go in a couple blocks there. I didn't mean to actually place that like that, but that's a happy accident. Yep, I like that. Over here, we've got a strange thing going on here, which we can actually work with a little bit. Just turn that like this. You've got this little weird inlet, I guess. Yeah, again, another little cut in. Let's see. We go. I kind of want this one to go quite deep. How's this look? I don't know why I'm bothering doing this because I'm probably going to be changing a lot of that to sort of sand and grass in a minute, but yeah. Yeah, that looks kind of all good and natural. So, like I said, we're going to be changing that to mostly grass block. Because I want to have... Oh my god, the noise of that grass is so loud. Why is that so loud? Music settings... That's about 30. All the other blocks I can cope with, but this is just pure noise. Alright, so try be a little bit smarter about this. Fill grass block 20. Hey, it worked. I remember world edit. There we go. So now we've got our grass in place, and we're just going to mix in some red sand. Just so it's not... Or should it be yellow sand? Should we? I'll stick with just red sand for now, and we'll take a look at the yellow sand in a minute. What I'm thinking is, like, we could have not noise as such, but maybe like blobs of grass and sand mixed in here. But I do like the way these colours are mixed already. This is looking pretty damn good. The only annoying thing, I guess, is that it's going to be a while to... Like, that's 20 minutes already, just doing this bit, and we've got to do a lot more. Yeah, let's throw a bit of sand in, Not too keen on this being like 5 blocks straight line. Might be okay if we just put some sand in like that. This is going to be a lot of sand. Granite there. Bit of sand. Yep, okay. Again, a bit more sand going on, I don't want to put too much sand on the edge because then it'll start blending in with the red sandstone and looking a little bit off. We want this to be mostly granite. Yeah. How's this looking from a distance? Okay. Do we want to put in some little patches of yellow sand? Maybe. What I mean by blobs is something like that is a bit of a blob, really. We can then go like 1 or 2 blocks out from it. Just makes it look a little bit more interesting, I think. You can start transitioning the sand as well into the red sand right on the edge there. And then we can start putting in palm trees and bushes and all the stuff that you usually find with your Capuchin builds. And I think I'm going to end this live stream a little bit early today. I was going to try and go for an hour, but I think we're just going to do some basic bushes around here, and I'm going to call it quits because it's, like I said, I've not really done live streaming before, and talking like this for a while, especially to no one, nobody watching the stream now. Don't really blame you. I was not prepared for this at all. Yeah, it's interesting. And one more blob over here. We'll do a big one. And just don't forget to do our little diagonal bits. Diagonal bits are what make these blob sections. Just make it stand out a little bit more. How's that looking? Beautiful. So I was actually a bit worried that trying to texture this in vanilla wasn't going to look great. But you know what? I think I was wrong. Let's have a look at our... Ooh, flower and azalea. What is this all about? Leaves with flowers on. Oh, my mind is blown. Okay, so definitely going to be using them. We've got normal azalea. I like them. Birch leaves, maybe? Might go for some birch leaves. Jungle leaves, probably not. Oh, I'll leave them for the trees, I think. Acacia. And spruce. Yeah, so we'll have spruce leaves for bushes. Are there any other types of leaves? Anything new that I don't know about? Candles. Candles? Oh god. I'm gonna have to actually look into these updates and see what blocks we've got. Not really prepared at all. What is drip leaf? What does this look like? Oh, is this one of the cave things? So if I do... We already have a cave. No, okay. Yeah, it was worth a go. Sure, I saw something else next to that then, though. Yep, we're going to need grass, of course. Not using acacia, we're not using jungle, we're not using birch. I want to keep all our stuff over there so we know what we're actually doing. Glow lichen. Nope, won't be using that. What? 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 We have moss blocks now? What? Oh, this could be a game changer. No. No, I'm not going to go do too much moss because I don't think moss would make sense in the desert, but that is very cool as a texture. So what we're going to do is throw in a couple of bushes, and I'm also going to take a jungle log. I'm just going to throw in a couple of palm trees around. Not too many. Maybe have a cluster here. Yeah, that looks about right. We've got what? 6? I don't like 6, we need 7. Get rid of that. Put one there and one there. Yeah, cool. So, we'll worry about the trees another time. I'm going to spam some bushes for now. And then plenty of grass as well. So I want to try and keep these leaves to the sand where I can. Obviously we're going to have them going on the grass as well, but having it by the sand means we can then put the grass on the grass because you can't put grass on sand. Which, yeah, pretty much straightforward. Have some taller grass up at the backs of these. I don't actually have the double tall fern. That's something I should probably look at changing. But I love doing this part. The naturalising part on these type of builds really make the build pop and stand out. So we're going to do just a smaller bush here. Have a couple of flowers. Get rid of them. And then how's this looking? Yep. God, it's getting warm now as well. Whew. Want some double talls just in these gaps. A couple of double talls at the back here. And then a couple couple of grass. Yeah, that's looking cool. I don't know. I feel like I'm rushing it a little bit. So, do I want to try? We'll try. We'll try a tree. So it's been a long time since I made trees, let alone palm trees. So we'll try it and see how it goes. I'm actually gonna bring that out another block that way. Cool. Yep. Then what are we going to use for the tops of the palms? Top the palm trees, top the palm trees. I was going to use jungle leaves and acacia leaves, I think. I think that's what I was going to use. So, the jungle leaves will do like this, and I need like a really green leaf for the top. Oh my god. Oh my god. Misclicking everywhere now. I feel like I'm going a bit too big with this. I'm going to cut everything back by a block. Then we'll have one more stem going here. Go down one extra block. Okay, so there's the bottom of the palm tree before everyone starts saying it looks derpy. I'm not finished yet. I guess we'll have to use the azalea, because that's the only one that is kind of green. And then this is just going to go out, down. Wow, that looks bad. Does that look bad? That looks very bad, because that's smaller. Maybe just go something like that then. Yeah, that's not too bad. This can go out, down. Maybe go for this gap here. Like so. No. Let's be there. Like that. Maybe just 2 blocks. Let's see. Where can we go from here? Where can we go from here? Let's go down. No, let's go out. And down 1. And down. Like that. Yep, there we go. Looking better. Here we're going to go up, out, and then down 2 blocks. Nope, because that looks awful. Like that. It's a little bit better. It's still a bit dodgy looking though. And then we need something coming out from this side, so replace that leaf there. That can come out and go down. Well, my palm trees definitely need a little bit more work, but I do like how we've got the browner texture and the greener texture on top. That definitely looks a lot more palm tree-like. Definitely works a lot better. Maybe if we just do a few bits of sticking going up at the top as well. Yeah, that is actually improving it a little bit. Is this going to be a bit one step too far, maybe? You know what? It's actually not too bad. I don't want to go much higher, but yeah. You know what? Yeah. So we've got a style for a palm tree, we've got our naturalization, we know how we're doing our cliffs, and we like how it's looking. just going to bring some of this grass down here a little bit. Right, you can't, it doesn't make a difference from down there, but from up the top, it is going to make a bit of a difference. Just look a little bit nicer, so. In fact, we can bring this grass onto the edge by a block or two every now and then as well. That's going to help break out the top. Yeah, that'll do. And then a couple of bits in here. That was probably one block too many. Oh dear, now I'm breaking everything. Granite, granite. There we go. Don't want to go too low because this is only a small cliff. I can't bring the grass too far down, otherwise things will start looking a little bit out of place. But yeah. I think I'm going to call it there. Oh, I've actually started to get a couple more viewers again, I think. I'm not really sure how this is working, but yeah, I was not prepared for this live stream. I am warm, I need a drink, and I'm actually getting a little bit hungry now. It's lunchtime. So, yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. This was basically like a normal half-hour video. Thanks for everyone who stopped by to watch the stream, and hopefully this becomes a series that everyone can get into, because I really like where this